Hey.
Hey. Hannah, I'm not going. Not now. Not ever.
Why didn't you say this to me when I was alive? My husband and I, we never got a note. Hey, it's Hannah. Hannah Baker.
Holy shit.
Settle in, because I'm about to tell you the story of my life. More specifically, why my life ended. And if you're listening to this tape, you're one of the reasons why.
This is a wild game of survival.
All right, like I was saying, the material is fantastic, and one of the things that I liked is that it seems to be, you can't box it in within one genre. It's something teen, it's a drama, it's a thriller, so is that something that was evident when you got offered the project and made you want to jump on it?
I mean, it started off as just an email for an audition, and I saw the people that were attached to it. I thought, man, this pedigree of people that they've hired for this is above and beyond, I think, what others are trying to do for other like young adult shows right now. So I knew that this wouldn't just play as like a young adult series, and I did see the thriller elements and where adults are going to latch onto it, and the nostalgia to it. Like, it all was there when I first read that first script, and I immediately wished that I could read the second. I knew that was a good sign, so I said I had to go for this.
I'm gonna piggybacking off of that. Tom McCarthy, right? He just won the Oscar for Spotlight. I remember
Yeah,
sitting
like
in
right after that.
Yeah, I was sitting in the theater.
That must be like amazing.
Amazing. Brian Yorkie wrote Next to Normal, a Pulitzer Prize winner, Tony winner. You can't go wrong, and you sort of know that these people work on interesting material, on things that matter to them. So yeah, from the get, I was, let's do it.
So Tony is like, for the first half of it, he's so like, not that he stops being cool, but he's at the beginning he's very cool and mysterious. And as an actor, what you do is like you ground him. So it's like you can't play cool and mysterious. That's something that just sort of happens. So tell me about how you sort of hooked into sort of getting that across and playing him.
Well, I think sort of in the back of my mind as Tony the entire time is Hannah. So being cool, that I never thought about that. All I thought about was telling this girl's story and helping Clay get through that process.
Okay.
So thank you for saying.
Well, come on,
cool.
man, but you got the jacket and the car,
Listen,
and he's on a bike.
They
and
do
like,
most of that
like-
work. Most of that work is done for me. They
Yeah.
put that jacket on me, and it looks like that looks like Tony Padilla. So
Like a red '66 Mustang is like my dream car. I was really lucky to be able to sit in that. I wanted to drive it really bad.
I'll give you an inside scoop. I didn't have a license when I started working on the
wow.
show. I had to get my license to drive that car.
Nice. That's a good excuse.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that's interesting about your character is sort of there's a danger of making him an observer, which he is in sort of the beginning episodes. But I feel that the more he falls apart, the more he grows and the more he becomes human. Was that interesting, just that arc to sort of play it through?
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of two arcs, right? Like in the flashbacks, there's Clay who's kind of coming in his own skin and becoming more comfortable thanks to Hannah. And then also there's the present day where you start off with Clay where he has a wall up after Hannah's death, and then he really starts to become kind of this voice for Hannah and starts to become sort of a warrior and just wants to bring justice where it's needed. And it was really fun to play. And I just wanted to make sure that I knew where Clay was going to end up in the end, so that I was always playing the moments at the right times. You know what I mean? I never wanted to get ahead of myself. And Tom McCarthy really helped us out with that at the beginning. He told us from the get-go, he said, keep it light because these characters have a long way to go. And
Yeah, that sort of sets up my next question is whenever there's a mystery, how is sort of tracking that? The fact that, that something might mean something else once the audience has certain information. So was that a difficult challenge?
I think so. It's interesting. In after we wrapped the show, Dylan and I have spoken, and we handled it differently. He wanted to know the end first, so that he could work on his character that way. And I didn't. There wasn't much to give me. We were developing Tony as we were working on the show, so I didn't have the luxury of knowing the end really for my particular character. So I think that I, in a lot of ways, took the journey with the audience while we were filming. I didn't know what this guy was going to be completely until we got to episode 13, and it was like, this is who he is, and this is what he's done.
All right, guys, so fantastic job. I could talk to you forever, but they told me
That's
I'm
so
wrapped.
nice.
All right.
Ah, wish we
Pleasure.
could.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
man.
Is Hannah telling the truth?
Don't believe everything you hear.
Whatever Hannah thought she saw, she lied about it on those tapes because she's a crazy drama queen who just killed herself for attention.
Hannah has secrets, Mrs. Baker.
Hannah's secrets are what killed her. Maybe I'll never know why you did what you did, but I can make you understand how it felt.
You don't know the whole story.
What else do I need to know? You're just like the rest of them, but I'm not. Everyone is just so nice until they drive you to kill yourself. And sooner or later, the truth will come out.
This is a wild game of survival.